Sports Trust acts as an implementation partner to its trustees, stakeholders and corporate donors. It distributes sporting equipment, kit and installs sports facilities in rural, historically disadvantaged communities in South Africa across all sporting codes for both abled and disabled sports. On June 16, the school's development cyclists competed in the Doorns community race and other activities in celebration of Youth Day. The Sports Trust, the Western Cape Department of Cultural Affairs and Sport, together with Nedbank, have continued to support and provide opportunities for development cyclists in their communities.
Sport is the one activity that we believe in DCAS is the activity that embraces our cultural differences. We can overcome our culture differences and we celebrate our differences. And we're using sport in our communities. We do have development programs, especially in our hotspot areas, where there's a lot of violence, idleness, that some of our kids don't know what to do after school. And then we use sport especially. And there's also some mentors like our rugby and Springbok and also riders from the communities that is a mentor and a beacon of hope for our kids. The opportunities that we do, it's with our programs that DCAS is presenting. There's a lot of different activities like kickboxing, normal soccer, cricket, any activity that the kids want to do. We do have coaches. We do have our officials that's very dedicated and passionate to provide these opportunities for the kids to participate in.
Sport plays a vital role in the development of our youth by giving them the necessary tools and discipline to achieve their goals in life. Transformation in sport is of key importance, and the Sports Trust is proud to be implementing these programs with their stakeholders.
I'm currently riding for the Doorns Cycling Club, Development Cycling Club, almost for 8 years now. And with my teammates, Iban Dierling, Julie Apples, and also Abongile. We ride most of the time together, but it is because the guys are very far from each one of the other, because they have different jobs. Abongile always in Cape Town, but we recently practice very hard. Almost 3 weeks in a week, 4 weeks in a week. I would like to say we're coming a long way from Anita Matthews, also with Mike. We're coming a long way, and they help us every day and be in contact with us and keep our bikes in a good condition. We'd like to say thank you to those inputs that they give, and also the workshops that they've given us, like also the one in Pero. We appreciate it for all that effort that you put in. And I would like to say about the event of tomorrow. I see it's a lot of raining here because it will be a very nice day tomorrow.
Ik het begin fietsry toe ek sien my broer Julie Apples het ook begin deelneem en ek het baie trots gevoel as ek hom soggens sien om uit te gaan, om dit vir my moeite te maak, om te gaan oefen. En ek het gesien die verandering wat dit aan hom bring. En hoe hy uitgaan na verskillende geleenthede toe. En die verandering wat die geleenthede vir hom aangebied het.
Each year, the school's development cycling program has supplied bikes and supported the training and participation of approximately 200 learners from disadvantaged communities within the Western Cape. The community race was open to age groups from under 14 to open categories for a distance of either 10 kilometers or 46 kilometers.
Welcome to the Doorns region this morning on a beautiful fresh morning for the second of our community cycle race for our school's development program. We woke up to a beautiful day and we've got about 200 young cyclists, schools from our program, who are taking part in both a 46-kilometre cycle race as well as a 10-kilometre cycle race in the community here. the community are out in force. We've got so much excitement, so much activities taking place here. The 10-kilometer race is about to start, and looking for a lot of new cyclists there, a lot of excitement, and yeah, a lot of nerves in the young kids as well. So we wish them luck as they go from here.
Today it started out very cold, and as the day progressed, it got a bit hotter. And everything hard racing out there. For first, the front breakaway of I think 4 or 5 guys. And yeah, we just hammered it from the start till the end. And very nice racing. And I'd like to thank all the guys who organised this thing for this very well organised, and I enjoyed the race a lot. And for a community like the Doorns, I really think it's a proper effort that I've put into it.
The preparation was really hard for the race, and for upcoming races I train much, like long hours, 4 or 5 hours a day, and it's quite tough for me because I'm a matriculant student and I need to focus on my studies and as well as cycling, so I have to balance it, and it's good to actually keeping fit and being focused.
We make people basically see how talented we are in for many youngsters to come and join us doing cycling and leave the drugs and the drinking stuff and all that kinds and live a healthy life. I did 2 weeks ago about the race, and me and my team going out like Julie and Mornay. We practice like together for about 2 weeks, and it was hard on the training, but yeah, and this morning it was very cold and the weather was perfect to ride, and I got safety.
I'm a bit disappointed for number 2 because no one indicated where the finish is. I was aiming for number 1, but number 2 is not that bad, so good luck to the guy who came first. He really worked hard to get the position.
June 16 meet for many people, can I say, means a lot to many people about in the past and how people getting together like in today life, and they work together like. So we the sports trust bring the event to the Doorns, so it makes people how can I say, seeing things that they never see before.
The race was very hard, very nice, nice weather. I would like to congratulate to Eben who take 3rd place. One of our guys who really performed on his bike. I would like to say all to the other guys, really performed like Julie and me also. My legs are burning on the road because I made it. So I would like to say thank you for a nice day and for a nice weather.
The Youth Day Spectacular was a great success, attended by the local community as well as dignitaries and local ward councillors. After an incredible race day, the participants gathered for a prize-giving ceremony, and they were awarded medals for their impressive efforts.
Today was a successful event in the sense that we've taken cycling to the community of the Doorns, and we were able to get the cyclists from the Metropole and other surrounding areas to come and support this community, to drive the cycling program in this community and to encourage more participation from the youth.
We've celebrated sport here today. It was a fantastic event to see sport in the communities, in the Doorns. We saw all the youngsters participating in various activities, and obviously from Cycling South Africa's perspective, it's great to see so many young, talented riders taking part in the event. We had a fantastic event on the road. We had 2 events for the different categories and different distances. And also not only the cycling, but we had the girls playing netball, some cultural activities, and also some football events. So from our perspective, it's great for the development of the sport. It shows that there is talent in the communities, and we just have to take the sport to the communities. We've been very, very well received here, and I really look forward to the next event that the Sports Trust puts on. And obviously, I think this is going to become an annual event on the sporting calendar in the Doorns, so I'll be back next year as well.
From this particular event, we're looking forward to coming here next year. The local community has supported it very well in my opinion. The municipalities and all has come on board, DCAS, Western Cape Government. So for future, like I explained to the guys that in the area over here, we'd like to see all the bigger teams coming down here and supporting the community, because that is what it's all about. Yes, these youngsters can look up to these riders and see that is where I can be one day.
from our perspective, from Cycling South Africa's perspective, we've got a stated objective of developing and transforming our sport, and it starts with activities in the communities. So with Sports Trust having done a lot of work over the last 8 years in terms of getting opportunities to the youth in different communities and now bringing it as far afield as the Doorns, it's in line with our objectives of growing the sport and identifying talent. If we look at what we are wanting to achieve as Cycling South Africa, we really want to get medals, but we also want to create opportunities for every youngster in South Africa to be part of a dream, to be part of the bigger picture when it comes to Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games, World Championships. And there's no reason why a rider or a couple of riders out of this Sports Trust initiative, even the riders from the Doorns, cannot be part of Team South Africa in the years to come.
We wish to thank the principal of Orchard Primary, the educators, the community, and more importantly, we want to thank the youth from all the schools that came out today, the clubs that participated to make this event a success, as well as the sponsors, the main sponsors being the Sports Trust, Nedbank, the Western Cape Department of Sports and Recreation, as well as the smaller funders that made it possible for these young people to have a joyous day.
Congratulations to Eben Deerling of the Doorns Development Club for coming third overall in the open 46-kilometer race, and to all the other development schools for placing in the top 3 in the other age categories. All the best for your next race. The Sports Trust acts as an implementation partner to its trustees, stakeholders and corporate donors. It distributes sporting equipment, kit and installs sports facilities in rural or historically disadvantaged communities in South Africa across all sporting codes for both abled and disabled sports.